Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and I am stupid excited about this. I have a release, which you guys already saw because you clicked the title for a reason, right? But I have this release from NARS that we have got to talk about. This is the NARS Man Ray collection, and it was just released. I think it's actually, I'm like having a hard time with this. It was just released, I believe, on the NARS website. Like, look at this insane packaging. Like, look at all these packages. I die. I have yet to stick my fingers. There's no swatches. I haven't touched anything. I'm too excited. Let's pull up the website. Oh, the things you're supposed to already have done before you turn the camera on. Okay, so I'm going to buzz through what I got, how much they cost while I'm here. I picked up the, what the hell is this thing? These are called the Photo Gloss Lip Lacquers. I picked this up in the shade Zambezi or Zambiz, I'm not sure, but these are $26. I picked up the Overexposed Glow Highlighter in the shade Double Take, and this was $42. I picked up the Veil Cheek Palette, which I believe has a highlight, a blush, and a bronzer, I think. And this is $49. This is the Glass Tears Eyeshadow Palette, and it was also $49. And now this I am damn confused about. I got this giant box, and I was like, what the hell is this? Well, apparently, this is the Noir et Blanche, or something to that effect. It is a set of 4 lipsticks. Okay, 4 lipsticks. You see how big this is. And it was $55. Keep in mind, I didn't read anything about these before I bought them. I was just like, ooh, colors, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, add to cart, and check out. So I don't know what the hell I bought. I went by the pretty pictures. Now also, there was one thing I need to figure out. I'm trying to figure out, or at least I was trying to figure out, why it's called the Man Ray collection. And I'm like, who in the hell is this? Okay, so I'm on Wikipedia, so like, let's be kind, because God only knows if that's accurate. No, I don't like this. Okay, according to Google, it says that Man Ray was an American visual artist who spent most of his career in France. He was a significant contributor to the Dada and Surrealist movements, although his ties to each were informal. And then they do have a bunch of his, like, they show his work down here, things that he's most famous for. And the first one that you see is the Blanco y Negro. I don't know if that's accurate. But that painting or photo or whatever is what's on here. So I'm assuming that all of the things that are on these, like the packaging, is his work or other works of art. Now I think where I want to start, like, okay, the page in me says, let's go to this big box, but lipstick is last, Paige, so put that one down. We are gonna start with the eyeshadow palette because I need to open it. It arrived like kind of half open, so I was like, that's concerning. But this is the stunning little unicarton. And again, this is the Glass Tears eyeshadow palette. Oh, that's all carton in there? Okay, I slid out a thing and it was only this big, and I was like, where's the rest? But it's filler, those devils. Okay, so let's move the box, and it looks like this is the eyeshadow palette, which is a little deceiving compared to the size of the box, but I do like that they still put the graphic on there. And then you open it up, and again, mirror with this little inlay here. And then these are some eyeshadows. By the way, let's talk about my janky ass nails. They will be getting painted today. I was just like, what in the... I looked down at them and I was like, this one doesn't even have polish on it, Paige. Ew. But these are the eyeshadows. Now, let's me have a drink, matey. Let's go ahead and swatch these. Okay. All right. So these are the shadows. They are quite beautiful. How about I zoom you in? We give you a look, and I will even try to tell you what the colors are. I'll try to get it right. If I get it wrong, well, you don't come here for perfection, okay? You come here for real life, and damn it, me screwing up is a pretty big part of my real life. So let's do a close-up. So this first skin tone shade here is the shade Cry Baby. This is Heartbreaker. This black shade right here is Lover Boy. Gold shade is the shade Tryst, or Tryst. This one is One and Only, which is like a lighter version of a green metallic. And then this last shade is like a deep brown semi-metallic type color. And it is the shade Vengeance. So that is the entire palette. The pans are 0.08 ounces, which is a very decent pan size. Again, I think, is that Natasha Denona size? Yeah, that is the size of a Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette, which these are, you see them a ton on my channel. So let's go ahead and let's start putting some of these on my eyeballs, because that's the next step. Okay, we're just going to go in with the 24-hour Smashbox eyeshadow primer. It's great. Then we're going to go in with that skin tone shade, Crybaby, right there. That'll be a great all-over lid color, which I'm pretty happy about. You guys, I really like this mirror, too. Just saying. And I really like that when I do this, it's like, oh, okay, never mind. Her eyes are upside down. Damn it. I was going for like that Huda Beauty. We were priming the lids. We weren't totally playing around. We need to prime the lids. We need to do something with our life today. That is a great all over lid color. It literally is like the exact same color as my eyelid, which makes it fabulous. So now I think just because there isn't a ton of like, you know, shades in here that are really able to be manipulated for a gentle crease color, I think I am going to try to go in with this dark brown over here and try to go in really, really light and build it into the crease. You guys know, like, my dedication to, when I get a palette, my 100% like formed dedication to using only that palette is disgusting. So I want to try it. And again, I know this, I said this, or I will be saying this in other videos and whatnot, but I am trying out some new Morphe brushes that I picked up off of the website. So what's a good flip a crease brush here? All right, I'm going to try the Morphe E27. It's like a longer bristled brush, and I'm thinking that this might help me feather it into the crease a little bit. I'm not sure. You guys, this could go drastically wrong. We have no way of knowing at this moment. So we're just going to try the tiniest little bit and see how this sits. And like, I realized there really wasn't any indication that said like, oh hey, you know, only use this eye look. I have a feeling this is probably one of those palettes that, if anything, it's supposed to be used with other palettes, but then there's me. I'm kind of dedicated to doing like what you're not supposed to do. Go figure. Hello, I think this is a beautiful place to start. That looks so, so pretty. Okay, so now I get to get kind of creative. You guys, I almost want to have like a green, gold to green moment where I put this gold on the outer V and then this green on the outer V and then like this gold color on the inner and like move it into the green, you know what I'm saying? I think this could be pretty. This could be a thing. Maybe. Tell you what, these last couple videos, you guys are getting some different eye looks. I tell you what, child. Alright, for this one, I think I'm just going to go in with my little flat top, what am I saying? My little flattened down, almost spade brush from Carity. It's just a sad little brush that I have all but destroyed because I caked it up with concealer and then didn't clean it up because I'm an idiot. So, I am going to start with this green shade, and I'm going to start by putting that on the outer V. And we're going to start there. We're going to see how this progresses. Yeah, we need to spray the brush. Okay. Okay, so now I think we want to put the gold from the inside out. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to wet my brush again because I kind of know how this is going to go. I will say out of all the ones I swatched, the gold did appear to be the most creamy out of all of them. And then just kind of feather the two together like that. Oh, that's sickening. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to deepen up and kind of work on blending these two colors together and then blending them into the crease because, child, they are gorgeous. Okay, guys, we definitely have some serious glittery fallout here. I'm pretty sure that a glitter glue would definitely be the way to go in the future. But Jay, just, you know, throwing it out there for you. Now I am going to have to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to use a big fluffy brush to blend out that all over kind of creamy color shade. I'm going to use that to blend out all this brown. Now I keep wanting, like, I'm like playing with the idea of this blue shade right here. It's the only shade I haven't used in this palette, and I thought about putting it on the lower lash line, but I'm not sure how risky that is. Okay, it's very risky, but I think that that's all the more reason I want to try it. I'm going to go very, very sparingly, just with a tiny little smudger brush. This is the Morphe M408. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed because on the eye, you guys, this is literally just translating to a black shadow. Now, because I can't help myself, I'm also going to take some of that gold and I'm going to use that to smudge out that dark color because I don't want that to be overtaking the whole eye, which at this moment it kind of is. Yep. Once you add the gold, I live for it. Like, can you guys see the difference with gold without? It completes me. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through every single piece in this collection. We're going to use it all, put it all on, and then I'll kind of tell you at the end what I think. I think that's how I want to do this. So we're going to stop with the eyes for right this second, and we're going to switch into Wait, what would be next? Yes, we're going to switch into this guy, which is the Veil Cheek Palette. I'm assuming that's another painting because it looks like she's literally looking through a veil, which is actually, that's a stunning portrait by itself. So let's look at this and let's swatch the Overexposed Glow Highlight. Okay, so just like on the box, we've got her sexy self. That's a stunning portrait. Open it up, again, sheet protector that I can't seem to grab. There we go, sheet protector. And then, oh my god. So, highlight, blush, bronzer, I'm assuming. Sun Wash Diffusing Bronzer. Oh wait, I might have done all of the shade names wrong for this because I just realized in this palette, this was the eyeshadow palette, I think I read them in the wrong order. Oh well guys, you'll get used to it. But anyways, these, you guys, my pan fell out. Look at, oh my god, look at that. It popped right out. That's so sad. I'm so sad. Nothing broke, but I'm so sad. Okay, so we gotta contact NARS when this is done. Let's go ahead and let's swatch these though. I think my heart just fell out a little bit. All right, but let's swatch these. And that is, ooh, that's pretty. That is the shade Laguna. Again, I don't know if these shades are new. It didn't say if it was or not, but it says this is a Sun Wash Diffusing Bronzer, whatever that means. And then Lovesick is the name of the blush, which, oh my god. Oh, there goes my highlight again. Oh my god. I'm almost afraid to touch that blush. And then this is the highlight, and this is Surreal Highlighter Illuminator. That's gorgeous. Let's just put you like right here. Ooh, that's really pretty. Okay, it's not like as like oomph, oof, oof as I was hoping it would be. And I'm kind of sad to say this, but you guys, literally nothing in this palette is my skin tone. Like, I might be able to use that bronzer, even though it's actually it's too warm tone for me, but we will probably try it because I glut for punishment, I guess. Now, I also do want to look at this Overexposed Glow Highlight. Now, it says Man Ray on the package, but like there's not one of those pretty graphics, so I'm wondering if they only bought, you know, the 3 or 4 graphics or whatever from his collection, or maybe that was all they could get rights to, because this definitely just goes back to the standard NARS packaging, which, don't get me wrong, this matte black is just stunning. I love it. I love the cute little offset, the gold lips. It looks very nice. But let's check this out. Again, here's your little NARS insert. I love this mirror. This is a great mirror. Okay. And then this is the highlight. Now let's take a little look-see here. Where can we put this guy? I'm actually going to run this highlight right here so you can see it against the other options. Again, clean finger. Okay, well, first of all, that is redonkulously creamy. Like, can you guys see how creamy that one is? Again, right over there. Oh, okay. You light up my life. And that one, oh god, these are all going to be too dark for me. That sucks, because I'm pretty sure I got the lightest option that they had for this, and I'm pretty sure it's too dark. Oh well. Okay, so let me see if I can use this bronzer. Very intense. Like, I can see the powder. So execute the lightest hand you've ever imagined. Okay, so it does look really, really beautiful. My only criticism with it is that I don't like how... I feel like if you're gonna have this intense of an option, that's totally fine, but this should have been labeled like, hey, this is a medium to dark palette. I have nothing wrong with there being one, but there definitely, and I don't think it was on here. Yeah, it's just called the Cheek Palette. And I like that it's buildable, it's very blendable. It definitely, I mean, obviously it worked. It is a little bit warm for what I would normally use, but it went on really beautifully. I just wish that if you're gonna have this intense of a color option, you know, you should say, hey, this is very, in my opinion, this is a very clear medium to dark kind of skin tone complexion. Let's try the blush. Now, oh god, like the lightest amount of blush. I do think it is beautiful. Like once I diffuse it, it's very, very pretty. It's not my normal color. I kind of feel like it's a little bit way too intense for me, but that's just me. Now, if I have to pick between the highlights, you guys, there's no denying that both of these are too dark for me, but I will have to try this highlight because again, that one's even darker than this one, which I didn't think was possible. Are these the same shade? Double Take and Surreal. No, they just look very similar. But if I had to pick one, like even though, again, neither of them are my particular skin tone, I would pick this one hands down because it is so much more like gleaming and stunning, I think, than the one in that palette. And no, it's not because the other one fell out, although. Now I've heard that this is a great, the M510 from Morphe, that this is a great highlighting brush. I actually really like brushes like this. They're really good at diffusing product. So we're going to take some of this on and we're going to put it on anyways, even though I have a feeling it's going to look not so good. Because again, skin tones, but let's try it anyways. Let's see what we get here. Oh man, that is gorgeous. Not necessarily for me, but damn. That's alright, we're just going to put a really white one over it and we're going to balance the two out. I feel like it's almost diffusing too much with this brush. You might want to use like a fan brush style, like something here. Let's try this and see. Oh yeah, definitely go in with like a bigger, more fluffy style fan brush like this. Like that just made all the difference in the world. Actually, you know what? The more that I put this on, the more that I feel like this might not be the worst option. What do you guys think? Do you think that looks bad on my skin tone? What do you think? So I feel like it actually doesn't look horrid. Okay guys, so we have some other stuff we need to talk about. So let me go ahead, I'm going to finish up my face. This is going to be such a long video, I apologize. But I'm going to go ahead and finish that up, and then we're going to talk about lipsticks, lip lacquer, and all that good stuff, and then we're going to do a roundabout thoughts. So let me finish, get something on so that it looks good. That way you guys aren't like, Paige, you're not. Cause does anybody else feel like when they're at this stage, they're like, why does my makeup look so bad? And then all of a sudden you like add a little liner, you add a little of this or that, and you're like, oh my God, all of a sudden it looks so good. Let me get to that stage so we can kind of see the same vision, if you will. And then we're going to talk lips, so hold on. Okay, so I have gone and I have went and I have added some things and I have tweaked a couple things. I added a brow bone highlight, all that, blah, blah, blah. None of that matters. We'll get to it later. What really matters here is that it's basically time to open this giant box. You guys, I am so curious about this. And like there's this big circle thing and I'm like, what is, I'm so confused. So we finally get to open this. And I'm sure that there was a place on the internet I could have looked, but I was like, nah, I'd better be surprised. So let's open it up. I still have a lip lacquer that I need to look at too. Okay, well, I don't care. I'm not waiting anymore. Okay, NARS. This is gorgeous. It's, I hope that shows up okay. It's the same picture that's on the front of the unicarton. And it's got NARS right on the front right here. Oh! It's, okay, so right here, it's the picture, and then this is like one of those zoom lensy kind of things. Uh-oh, uh-oh, I screwed something up, mayday. Wow. Wow, what the hell did I just do? Okay, so once you take that out, that's cool. All right. And then we set her down, and then we take this, and then in here, there are 4 lipsticks. Okay, so now let's look at these lipsticks. What do we have here? We have 4 of them. These look really small. They must not be a standard lipstick size. Yeah, no, these are definitely little minis. Okay, and it looks like this one was either used or touched by somebody, I'm not sure. But it does have a super cute little branding on the side of the lipstick right there. I don't know if it'll show up or not, but on the little tube it actually does say NARS, which is super cute. So let's swatch. This is the shade Charlotte, and oh wow, that is creamy. Oh my good lord, that's so pretty. As I touch it with my finger. Shit. Alright, the next one we have here is the shade Lee. Ooh, I like these. Okay, so this is the shade Lee right here. And it's like a more blue undertone kind of berry red. Next shade is Josephine. Or Josephine. And this is like a even darker kind of berry red look. Yep. Oh my good lord. This one over here, they just keep getting messier, guys. And then this is the shade Dolores, which is looks like another red shade. Oh, okay, so that one's probably the most calm of all the shades. It's the brightest kind of color. but those are 4 insanely beautiful and very rich pigments. Now, I do want to draw attention to the size of these lipsticks. These are 0.08 ounces, and a standard lipstick, if I can actually, I have 300 lipsticks on my vanity. Do you think I can find one that says how much product's in it? That'd be a no. It looks like the, and I just grabbed a NYX one. These are like a standard NYX matte, you know, roll-up guy right here. These have 0.16 ounces, so these are literally half of a normal lipstick, which makes a lot of sense because they do look very tiny. My first initial problem with that is that A, you pay $55 for this set, and these are very, very small. However, I think that you pay a lot for this packaging, which I can't say, oh my God, that noise. I can't say that I don't think this is worth it, because I think that this is absolutely stunning. I think they put a lot of money and time into the development of the packaging, which I love. And just, again, my inner craft girl is like, oh my God, whose picture do I want to put right there? Or as a makeup fiend, I'm thinking like you could easily take this off, you know, and if it were me personally, I would probably tape whatever I want that picture to be. I would tape it somehow to the back so I don't have this issue. But in here, like in the actual container itself, you could put any little items that you have. You could put highlights. You could put something, if you know, if you wanted like a little private area to keep things, that'd be a good option. Or you could just continue to keep little lipsticks in here. But either way, I think that you are basically paying $55 for a lot of package, because this is very, this part right here, this black bottom piece is very like plasticky, but this is nice and heavy and quality feeling. For $55, I do wish that this bottom piece had been like either a metal or a thicker, you know, a thicker kind of material, something that had a little more weight to it, because I don't like that the top piece is so unevenly weighted to the bottom. It makes it feel a little cheap to me, just my opinion. Or I wish they would have given you more lipstick. I wish that, you know, for $55, I feel like you could have gotten a little bit more something, because that's a lot. But again, I think you are paying definitely for the homage, the packaging. These are just stunning. The packaging line I'm obsessed with. I don't want to forget though, I do have this, it's the Photo Gloss lip lacquer over here. This is the shade Zambiz or Zambizi or Zambeze or some other thing I can't say. And again, just on the top right here, it does have the Man Ray kind of gold lip thing going on. And I went with the most chill. I think there's like 4 colors I want to say, but I picked the most calm one out of all of them because I looked at the eye palette a little bit and I was like, yikes. Wow, that is super opaque. That is a beautiful kind of warm lip color that I actually really like. I don't know if I like it. Let's try it. What the hell could go wrong? Can't say I love it with this eye look, but by itself, just imagine just the color. Oh my God, that's so pretty. And it's like a very warm, I don't typically gravitate towards like warm colors on my lips, just because again, my face is so pale and so neutral that if it goes too warm, it looks kind of funny. This is one of those ones I'd have to try it with a more neutral eye and see what I think. But oh my God, that shine. And like that, it literally, what's the hell's the name of this thing? Like Lip Luster or Lust Me Sideways or something? I'll tell you what. Photo Gloss Lip Lacquer. Oh, it had nothing to do with lust. I wonder where I got that. But seriously, so beautiful. Okay, so we know we like this. And I want to try it probably in a later video, again, with a more neutral eye. So now I'm going to wipe this off. And I want to try a couple swatches of these other lipstickies. Did I mention this video is going to be like over a half hour? Not really, but I apologize. Just know that when you're watching this, however long it ends up being, I swear I tried to edit it down as much as possible. I swear. Okay, guys. The overdraw on this one got a little real. I'm not going to lie. I was like thinking for a second. And by the way, what I was thinking about, you're going to laugh at. I was like, while I'm putting this lipstick on, I'm going, you know, if it's a little longer, it's okay. Because technically, I reviewed like a whole collection. I reviewed a whole release. It's not a big deal. And like, I literally swear to God, a millisecond went by and I was like, what the fuck did I just do to my face? Like, what is this overline here? What did I do? But of course, can smile so you don't notice it as much. Okay, so this is the shade Lee. Oh my God, is that creamy? It is so stinking rich in color. I can't even. Now I need to pick like a final, like what color do I think would look actually decent with this eye look? I actually think this darker purple right here, the second one to the end, I think that would look beautiful. Okay, a couple of things. One, this is the shade Josephine or Josephine, or again, whatever you want to call it. I don't care if you call it Kermit. It doesn't matter to me. It was a little bit patchy in certain areas, so keep that in mind. The darker, I think, out of the set that you go, the more patchy they might become. Could just be me. I always leave that open. Okay, you guys, so let's do a real quick basic run through of all the things. I think that the price points are a little bit high. I feel like sometimes in collabs, the prices do get higher based on a couple factors, based on how much they have to pay, like in this case, for the artwork. I'm sure they had to pay a lot for the art, for the packaging and the name and all the name recognition and that sort of thing. So I'm not going to say that they're totally out of line with NARS, because, you know, NARS is higher end. Their products are kind of costly. But I do feel like some of these products are definitely more expensive than what I feel they should cost for what you get. Now, a real basic run through. The eyeshadow palette, I did enjoy. I used every color in the palette on my eyes, which is a lot. And I don't hate it for what it is. I just don't like it as far as the functionality side of it. If you want this collection because maybe you are a fan of the artist Man Ray, maybe you are a fan of the artistic side of cosmetics, I think it would be a great collectible thing to have, the entire collection, and kind of display it out as such. I don't have a problem with that. But I feel like as far as practicality goes with this eyeshadow, I don't live. I think without this gold shade that you see on my eyes, I think this palette would be a total wash for me, mainly because all of the shadows are so, like, a lot of them are so similar, and like I use, like I said, I use them all. I was very disappointed in that blue one because in pan it looks blue and vibrant and fun, and then I want to make sure there's no lipstick on my teeth. And then as the time went on, I was kind of like, oh God, like, is it, you know, is it for me? And I don't necessarily know that the palette is for me, but if you're someone that really gravitates toward this kind of an eye, or this is your pop, then it might be a good moment for you. I feel like it's not all it's cracked up to be for me personally. I would have preferred a little more versatility in the shades, a little bit more light infused would have been great. You know, they really only gave you two options for light, all over cream shade and the gold. And other than that, the rest are dark, and they all kind of blend into each other a lot, which for me, in my eye, it kind of took away the differences in colors and made them all look dark and smoky, which is okay. It's just not my personal aesthetic for a palette, especially when it's that expensive and that's all you get. The highlights I actually really do enjoy. I don't have a problem with the trio that they give you if you have the correct skin tone for it. Me personally, I think it's just a miss because of my skin tone, but the products were okay. They were buildable for me, but if you are lighter tone like myself, I don't know that it's the palette for you. Again, unless you're in it for the packaging, which is fine. The highlight that I ended up using, the single highlight, I think is beautiful. I think the shade is Double Take. It's over there somewhere, so I'm not gonna go get it, but it was also beautiful. It's just, again, you need to have a deeper skin tone than what I have, with more of that gold carrying skin tone. I don't have that. I have the pasty ass white skin tone. It did look okay on me, but I had to mix it with another very light highlight to make it work okay. So I think if you're gonna get it and you really like the sheen, because it is absolutely stunning, I won't take that away from it, it's gorgeous, if you have the right skin tone or if you are okay with pairing it. I think that the lip lacquer that I put on first is absolutely gorgeous. I would definitely consider looking at what other shades they have there. I love them. Opaque, creamy, glossy, beautiful. And then these lipsticks, you guys, I think they're a great formula. I struggle with the price. I think what you're buying here more than anything is this collective great situation here. So if it were me, I would definitely maybe look through the shades. I know that on NARS right now is where they have the whole collection. You might be able to find the shades that you were really drawn to or something to that effect, and avoid paying the full price for the $55 set. I actually don't necessarily regret this entire set. I'm gonna have to work with the lipsticks, because for me, ultimately, it does boil down to the product and what you get in that sense. So for me, I'll have to go that route before I decide if I'm gonna keep it. But just, I wanna make sure that I really weigh the pros and cons for you guys, because it is not cheap by any means. These products are definitely on the expensive side for kind of what you get product wise. And that is it, you guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful to you. I know that this is a new release, first impressions, you guys kind of know the drill. Super impressed with the packaging. What did you guys think? Leave it down below. Are the prices worth it? Would you buy it? What are you considering getting from the line? All that kind of stuff. I'm always super curious to know what you guys think. Then I know if I'm crazy or if I'm way out of line. So as always, you guys, check the description bar for the Get Social With Me's, the Facebook page. We've been adding a couple people here and there to that, which is awesome. So keep that side going. And all the other socials are also obviously down below. And I have a great day, night, weekend, whatever, you guys. I'm going to go try to fix my lipstick because it looks a hot damn mess. And I will talk to you guys all in the next video. Bye. So pretty. Oh, just kidding. I bet you thought that review was over. So I just did like a little mini social experiment, right? I went out and I kind of like got an opinion from a couple people like, oh, hey, what do you think? I played with a new palette. And the reviews were overwhelming for it. Like, oh my God, I love it. Da, da, da. But what was the one thing? Okay, I just flicked a brush like, anyways, what was the one thing that they kept saying? That the gold is what looks beautiful. The gold with the green and the gold with this. And I think that the one thing I was trying to get at before that I couldn't find the words to say is I said that the gold was like the showstopper. The gold is what made the palette. And I don't disagree. I honestly do think that, like, and I just wanted to stop back on, like, I like even human affirmed it. Like sometimes, you know, when you spend so much time looking at your own face and your own makeup look and your own this and that, sometimes it really is helpful to like go out and like, hey, what do you guys think? Or what do you think? Do you notice anything different? And what I ended up getting is that, yeah, that gold looks really good. And I was like, well, what about the rest? And they were like, oh, you mean the black? And you can't hardly tell that there are other colors that are mixed together. So I just wanted to stop back on and say that, and that this lipstick, wear with caution, because I was out there and I came back in here and it's only been like not even an hour, and I had like the Joker lines that were already traveling all the way up. So it definitely does not stay put. It will move on you. It moved down. It started to go into my cracks. So I highly, that sounds so dirty. I highly suggest a lip liner. First of all, like lip line your lips before you go in with these. You will not regret it. And be mindful, because if you're like me and this, like I just reapplied and it's already starting. So be mindful, guys, because it's very, very real. And it'll end up screwing up your whole damn life. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. Goodbye for real.